So, I want to talk about some of the past lives that I've had before I incarnated into this physical vessel. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I think a lot of us, well, a lot of the people who watch this channel also have memories of past lives. And we usually just, at first, see it as just aspects of our imagination, and it's just us deluding ourselves. But from my own memories, I started to slowly piece back together and found out that this stuff is encoded in our soul memory. The first life I'm going to tell you about is a past life I had in the Viking Age in what I presume to be Scandinavia. And my memory of it is that I was a berserker saber warrior. And I can remember running down this hill into the forest and seeing about 20 what I assume to be Christian soldiers, all there looking right directly at me in absolute fear while I was running down the hill in a berserker rage mode. And I had like 2 axes in both of my arms, and I was just swinging them around like crazy while I was running down this hill at the same time and going into just this frenzy. And I took about 10 of these soldiers out, and they were all attacking me at the same time. However, they eventually took me down by about 5 of them, stabbing me right in the stomach and the chest, which basically made me bleed to death. And when I had this memory, I could feel it. I could feel the pain of the fucking blade going right through my stomach, then going right through my chest, and the absolute just agony that I was in. So my second past life was when I was in the Middle Kingdom era of ancient Egypt, and this is around the time when Akhenaten took the reins to power. And the reason why I remember this is because I can remember being part of the rebellion against Akhenaten's regime. I was under the temple of Horus as a warrior priest. However, during the attack on El Amarna, which is Akhenaten's fortress city, I was taken down by one of his own soldiers, and that was the end of that life. I mean, a lot of my past life regressions just seem to be like me going into battle and then dying in battle. And by doing that, I never got to really complete my initiation into what I was meant to be in that life. So it looks like I had to come back in this one to complete that initiation. It's quite interesting because I was once at one point in my life considering joining the army, but I know that I can't go down that road, because if I did, then I probably might die in battle again and just repeat the same cycle. See, a lot of these past lives, we need to get out of that cycle of just basically whatever we just repeated in each life. And that's why in this life I can't go into any physical war with another side, because I know I'll just repeat that cycle again and again and again. There's also another interesting past life I had in the Ice Age. Now this is kind of quite more vague compared to the other ones because it's further back in time. But I can remember that I was a shaman for a tribe in the Ice Age. And I can remember very briefly being out in the frozen wilderness with my tribe, because we were relocating. I can remember that there were these individuals that came towards us, and for some reason we welcomed them into our tribe, because back in the Ice Ages you needed to have as many people come into your tribe as possible in order for better survival reasons, basically. But I also remember that the first time I came back into memory of this particular past life I had was when I was going through corridors within my dreams, and I can remember opening up this door and seeing this frozen wilderness. And this was me accessing past lives through going through the halls within my own soul.